Hey guys, Frecky here. So I want to talk about mindset a little bit today. I posted a few days ago about a downside to weight loss, and it's really becoming an upside. And if you didn't watch the video, just a quick explanation, I was talking about how I used food as a coping mechanism. I used it to distract myself from my problems and focus on the fact that I'm overweight, obese, unhealthy, to forget about other stuff. And now that I am focused on staying on track, getting my physical health where I need it to be, that coping mechanism's gone, and mentally I'm having to face issues that I've been ignoring, that I put away in cupboards and all that jazz. So now it is honestly a blessing. I am facing a lot of things that I ignored and that I put away, like I just said, but I'm changing how I'm thinking about it. So instead of being, oh my gosh, now I have to deal with all this stuff and I don't know how to deal with it, I'm seeing it as, okay, I've got that distraction out of the way. Overeating, binging, all of that is not a coping mechanism. It is a distraction. And now that distraction, I am conquering. I am ignoring. I am putting that away, in essence. Because, like, I went through a very dark couple of days there. And if you have mental health issues and depression, you know how even if it is just a couple of days, it can be very dramatic. It can be a very dark time. And I went through that. But I did not reach out for food. And eventually I reached the point where I'm like, sorry, I think somebody's mowing the lawn out there. Or something. I don't know if you can hear all that, but there's some stuff going on outside. Anyway, now I forgot where I was. But change my way of thinking. We'll just go there. I'm assuming that's where I was going. Instead of being burdened by it, I'm like, all right, the food distraction is gone. Now I can focus and fix what else I don't like with my life. There are numerous aspects to it that I want to focus on. And I remember at the beginning of the year, I had made, and I don't know where the list is, so I'm gonna remake one. But I had made a list of things that I don't like in my life that I want to work on. I know one of them was financial. One was being social. I've become kind of a hermit. I kind of hang out in my room all the time. I don't remember what they were, but I made a list of 12 things that I didn't like about my life, and I was going to focus on one each month and slowly work on adding in the rest. And so I'm going to remake that list, and obviously it's too late to throw in 12, and that might be a little bit overwhelming to try to do by the end of the year. But I'm going to remake the list. I know one of them, of course, is financially. I'm tired of mentioning the fact that I have no money. It's ridiculous. Like, it's my own doing. There are circumstances that came up, but guess what? There's options to do. There's extra jobs. There's other ways to make money. There's ways to cut out certain expenditures and stuff like that. So I'm going to work on that. And I know, like I said, one was social. I have become kind of a hermit. I am very introverted, so social situations do get to me. But I can still do some stuff and have fun. It doesn't have to revolve around me just staying in my room or staying in my apartment or, playing video games. I can get social. I am going to refocus on trying to do that. And I know the third thing, which is kind of number one for me right now, is working on my mentality. I know I'm going to bring it up again, but years ago when I lost the weight, I got into such a happy space. And I'm not saying it was the weight loss. It was a long self journey then, but I became kind of like a hippie. Like, to the point that friends said you might as well be wearing rose-colored glasses. And then me, I went out and bought rose-colored glasses and wore those suckers. And a lot of it is just seeing the good in the world. And I have always had a strong belief that life is about choice. How you react to things. that 10 people could be faced with the same scenario, but each one will react differently. And it's up to you to choose how you do. Which one will make you feel the best? Which one will help improve the situation? I used to always use the scenario about in your driving, mainly because like one particular day it happened to me and I was so proud of myself for reacting this way. But I was driving down the road and a lady was here and cut me off to turn into a parking lot. And my reaction was, oh my gosh, I hope she's okay. Especially because, you know, she glanced at me as she was doing it and she looked scared. And that was my initial reaction, hoping that she was okay. Obviously, every situation isn't going to be the same, but you don't know what's going on in her world. That particular situation, she was going to a grocery store parking lot. She could be, like, somebody could be sick at home and she's rushing over there to get medication. Or she could be, like, having some kind of a panic attack and needed to get off the road. Like, I don't know what other scenarios to come up with, but there could be so many reasons for somebody to do something like that, instead of me just instantly saying, you son of a bleep bleep, and I hope you crash and die, or this or that. Like, that wouldn't help my situation. That wouldn't reverse what happened or change what she did. And ultimately, then that creates anger, and then you hold on to anger for a while. Like, I don't know why, but anger is an emotion that lingers. Like, I wish other emotions like happiness and laughter could linger a little bit longer than they do. Maybe they do for other people, but for me, like, they tend to be fleeting. Like, you get really happy and then that situation's over and it goes away, versus something makes you angry, you're holding on to it the rest of the day. I've heard, you know, friends and coworkers, you know, something could happen, you know, the day before or a week before, and they're still angry about it. And I know I can be the same way, but it's not a good feeling. It doesn't make you feel better. It doesn't improve your life. So that is something I'm going to be working on, is changing my mindset to make better choices mentally. And part of it also that I wanted to talk about, I watched this video. Well, actually, this woman had commented on my last video. And first of all, it was the second person that commented that wasn't like a friend that I already had, but, you know, she thanked me for being vulnerable. And saying that I helped keep her motivated to keep going on her journey. And I went to her channel and she's on a journey. She is killing it. She's doing great. But even when you are, you know, 6 months into a journey, like, you still got some ways to go. You still got stuff to focus on. And so anyway, that was touching. And then I watched her video and she did something that I think I want to do. She made a video for herself, and I'll probably do that and keep it to myself. I'll probably not put it on here, but she said it was essentially a promise to herself that a year from then, when she watched the video again, that she was, I forgot how she worded it, but no longer going to be a victim. I have the picture of it right here because I was like, whoa, that is touching. Yet no longer treat herself as a victim, physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, but a product of someone who began to view herself with love. And I'm going to put a link to her video below because it is touching. Like, I started tearing up and I was like, all right, slow your roll, sir. But that is important. Like, with this, loving yourself, it sounds so small, but I have to admit, it's something I struggle with. Like, there are pieces of myself that I love. There are aspects and things that I do that I love. But saying that I love myself is very hard. And even when I was first doing this, I forgot what brought it up, but a friend of mine, Elise, she had told me to love my body. And I'm like, love that? I don't think I can do that. I don't like my body. But she was meaning, you know, love what it's capable of. Like, this is a body that is walking around carrying 366-ish pounds, like 368 last week. But whatever, I stepped on the scale this morning and it's 366.6. And it's kind of, you know, creeping me out a little bit because I have the mark of the beast on the scale right now. But anyway, it's a body that is walking around carrying that much weight successfully. Like, that's a lot of weight. Go to the gym and lift 366 pounds. It's a lot. And my body is doing it. It is not loving it. My back isn't loving it. My lungs aren't loving it because of the breathing. But I'm alive. I'm kicking. It's working. Like, obviously, I'm working on to make it a little bit easier on my body, but that is something that's kind of amazing. Like, when you think about it, like, I don't even know. Like, I don't have an example. I didn't think that far ahead for this video, but like picking up something, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm like tugging on my desk. But like picking up something that's 366 pounds, like that's a lot. And so in that aspect, I can love it. And she was meaning just the miracle of everything that, with your lungs working, with your heart working, with all this stuff. And now that I'm not as down on myself about the weight, now that I'm working on it and focused on it, I can appreciate it a little bit more. I can see where she was coming from. And so, yeah, sorry, that was a tangent. But anyway, this girl Anna had said that, loving herself was a goal of hers. And that's really, really something I need to make a goal of mine as well. But also the other aspect, and this is not how her journey was. I'm not saying like this is what she thought, but because she had put about no longer treat myself as a victim. I have an issue with that. I tend to play the victim card a lot. But for me, you don't have to hold yourself accountable if you can blame something else. I mean, a couple videos ago, I had, realized that I was saying my brain does this. So I'm even blaming a body part rather than just being accountable for it. And I tend to do that with a lot of stuff. And ultimately, it's all about me. And that goes deeper into some of my emotional things, is that, I don't like to focus on myself. I don't like to. But obviously the whole point of this is a healthy journey, but it's, so much more than just my weight. And so it's time to stop blaming other stuff. Stop blaming whatever's going on in my life that is making me, feel that I can blame it. That wording was weird. But, instead of, saying, well, my salon closed and now my pay's different and I'm driving farther, blah, blah, blah. I could list a million excuses for why I would make bad decisions. But, I don't have to go grab McDonald's. Plus, if I'm being honest, half the time I wouldn't even order the dollar menu. So it's not like I'm going there eating the dollar menu. I'm just eating there. So, but, the ramen or this or that or whatever, it doesn't have to, it's not, there's other ways around it besides financial situations or, being lonely or this or that. Very easily, I can put the blame on somebody else. I mean, you give me a situation and I can find a way to blame somebody else. And that way I can play the victim. And if I'm a victim, it's not my fault. And I've got to change that. And I'm working on it. I'm by no means, despite my happier demeanor, at least I feel like I'm happier right now. Despite that, I'm not fully where I want to be mentally, of course. But I am not wanting to play victim anymore. I want to be accountable for my actions. I want to choose my own journey, choose my own path. And that is eye-opening. So I think I'm going to do similar to her and make a video to myself and get real with myself about stuff and what I want my life to be like a year from now or 6 months or whatever goal I decide to choose. But I thought that was really touching. That was brilliant. Kudos to this woman because she is smart. I hope she realizes it. But yeah, so don't really remember where else I was going to go with this whole little spiel here. But I just wanted to touch base and make another video. This is a bonus video this week. Typically it's Sundays and Tuesdays. And here I am Thursday making a video. But I just had that kind of epiphany that I'm making progress and I'm proud of myself. And that is something, as much as I play the victim and want to put the blame on somebody else, I typically want to give the credit to somebody else too. It is so hard for me to say that I'm proud of myself. And obviously I'm only, 3.5 weeks in, like however much weight it is. I don't know, Sunday's my weigh in, but I'm not that far into that. But the fact that, one, I went through that dark place and did not reach for food, and two, that mentally my eyes are being opened and I am wanting to change, that's big for me. Might not be for you, but for me it's big. So I'm proud of myself for that. Like, over the past few years, anytime I've tried losing weight, one thing could happen and I could have one bout of depression and I'm reaching for food. And I didn't do it this time, guys. Like, I'm proud. I'm so proud of myself. And I'm going to stop saying proud now because, again, still feels weird to say it, but I am. It's something for you guys to think about too, is where your mindset is, how you're choosing to react to situations. And that is under your control. How I react to situations is under my control. And it's going to take some training though, because I do remember, like, I would literally train myself. Anytime I had a negative thought about someone, I would kind of yell at myself in my head and be like, what else could be the reason for this behavior? You don't know what's going on in people's lives. Somebody cutting me off, somebody slowing down, walking slow, or any whatever situation. I can't think of a good example right now without sounding like a jerk to some people in my life. But I'm starting to take a step back and be like, one, is it hurting anything? Two, what could be the cause for this? And what is the cause for my reactions? There's some stuff going on with certain people that, some negative stuff was talked about, and it's like, maybe there's some jealousy there. Or on my end. Not saying that person, but on my end. And that could be a factor. So examining why I react, or why you react, why we react to things is important. And especially because, again, that's why I don't know if you noticed, like, the logo change and everything. I just changed it to Frecky Fit Wolf. I might even just steal my gamer channel, because I'm kind of done with that, but to Frecky Bad Wolf and just go back to that. But it's not just about a weight loss journey. It's about more than that. It's getting healthy physically, mentally, emotionally. Like, there's so many factors to health besides just the scale saying what it should say. And I'm realizing that, and I am wanting to work on that and make that a goal of mine. So, yeah. So, as always, if you are on a journey, please comment down below. Let me know. I want to support you. I appreciate the support. I need the support. And we all do. So, share, connect. And please like, comment, subscribe. It would make me happy. And I'm liking being happy right now, so I would like that momentum to keep going up. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I will see you later.